So today we're actually going to be redoing the Dooa Pot. So the original video that I made months and months ago of the pot, originally scaping it, that was really just a test run. I just wanted to get it up and running too, why I had it. And now I kind of have a more idea of what I want to do with this thing. And I kind of had this idea for a little bit, but now that I actually have the pieces to do it, I decided to actually clean all out and get all new canvas, blank canvas over here in the pot. Which the last one, it was doing pretty good, but yeah, it wasn't. I started to kind of get lazy with it, so some stuff didn't look as best as it could, and some of the species need more attention than what I'm going to do today, so this will be a lot more better going forward. And not only that, I think it's going to look way more sick at the end of the day too. So I didn't really want to go through like a whole scaping thing, so this video ain't too long. So I kind of already have like a simple scape that I already have, but I'm going to still, add the sand in this video and kind of detail it up in the video, but then we'll actually add the plants to this video just so it's not too long. And of course, you guys have already seen me do a setup on this originally anyway. So what we're actually going to be doing, just like the title says, we're going to be doing a Bucephalandra Island. So I've always wanted to do just a collection of Buce, and obviously out in the wild, like in Asia where Bucephalandra is from, mostly, Bucephalandra is not really ever underwater. During floods and stuff it is, but it's mostly grown immersed and out of water, so a lot of times you'll see it covering the grounds of Asia by river streams and stuff like that, just moist areas, but it's never truly underwater. And that's when you really see potential in a lot of Bucephalandra coloration and stuff like that, is when it's grown immersed. And so I actually have, so from Aquascaping, in our contest tank, we actually use a ton of different Buce, like 20 different species. And I don't think I grabbed every single one, because some of them were just common. But I grabbed some of them, all the ones I really liked. I cut off trimmings of every single one, so I got a whole pot of, I don't know, I have to check, maybe 10 species, maybe a couple dozen. A dozen, of different Buces. And then I got my main one, which is Brownie Ghost 2011. That will kind of go right in the center. It's a little bit smaller, but I plan to actually use that like somewhere right in the front, because that'll be kind of the showpiece. Bucephalandra for sure. And the rest of these, I'll have to find out some of the names of these, because I should have written them down, but there's a lot of cool species, like the ones I'll put at the bottom. There's a lot of these smaller species of Bucephalandra. Got this cool one. Some different ones. This one's pretty cool, but under good lighting, especially with the Dooa Pot, it's going to look really nice. Some Catarine. I think this one's Catarine Red. So this one's really nice as well. But yeah, there's just a ton of different stuff in here that we'll just plant. And over time, we can always switch out Buces and do something different if we want to as well. And change out. And then like rockwork, I actually had Frodo Stone ready to use in this tank, and then I kind of stopped myself midway when I was breaking up Frodo, that I probably need to do something a little more porous. Frodo would have worked for sure, but this black, this is actually Icelandic lava stone, so it's just a different type of lava rock. You got your normal, then you got your black, and then Icelandic is like kind of a nice neutral gray color. So I'm definitely using that. And then this is what's in my shallow too. This is all Icelandic. So when it's underwater, it kind of darkens a little bit too, and it looks really nice. But this sucks up water like crazy. And so, of course, the Bucephalandra, that'll help keep the moisture in its roots as well too. So I thought that'd look a little better. So the scape here, so obviously got the Dooa logo. It's kind of just a simple, just kind of mound of Icelandic. There's a couple detail pieces at the bottom. I'm going to put La Plata sand. And I got Dooa, the tropical gravel too, and then I got 88 gravel too. Both of those just to see, add some details at the bottom too, just make it look visually kind of nice. But I think the scape, I'll show you guys up closer when we actually start doing it. But I think it's pretty simple, but I think it still is going to look pretty nice. And that too, we kind of want it to be simple. We just want a nice little mound, and just let the Bucephalandra really do the talking in this scape for sure. So let's see. So I'm going to turn the camera on, and I'll show you guys kind of it, POV of what me kind of doing the rest of the scape, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we got the scape right here. So we'll kind of do this kind of live so you guys can see, but we're going to start adding a little bit of La Plata. Let's see here, I think around the edges too look kind of good. Just do a good little mound, not too much though. Maybe a little back here as well, maybe some in the back. Just kind of hold that rock in. And we'll go ahead and just use this whole cup. Okay, you have to plug it in. Just kind of flatten that out. Do something like that. And I could have went higher at the scape too, but I decided not to. Because Bucephalandra at the end of the day doesn't like a ton of light, and we still are running this thing under, really nice, obviously it's a full Dooa setup with the puck light and everything. which puts out actually quite a bit of light. So we don't want anything too high, because Bucephalandra at the end of the day doesn't want to be blasted. So I'm gonna do a little bit. So yeah, the tropical, which I'll show you guys it here. Tropical river sand by Dooa. It's kind of a bigger granule. I always love, and even all my aquascapes, I actually mix this in because it's a little bit bigger granules and just looks nice when you detail it with La Plata. Just kind of gives it some texture. I always pour it right next to the edges of the rocks. Just kind of extra detail I always do, and a lot of my even put them on top like that. Probably edited a little too much. The shallow tank just went off, so it's probably a little bit darker. Hopefully you guys can still see pretty good. And then we'll pour that back in the bag, and then next, the 88 gravel, which I never use this as a full gravel. I always use it for detail and everything. Oops. Not pour it everywhere. I'll just take this straight out of the bag. Look something like this. And just like always, I just don't get too caught up in how it looks. Just kind of go wild with it. Like sometimes I'll push some of it out of the way, like push it more towards the edges, but I'm never trying to like this rock has to go there. Like it just kind of do random, the more natural usually. So something like that looks pretty nice. So kind of do it from above you. So something like that, which that rock's kind of already been covered, but we'll add some more. We'll actually add some crushed up pieces of lava. So I'll try. Let's see if this piece will fit. It's kind of cover up what we just did, but yeah, I just saw this piece and it looked pretty nice. Maybe we can angle that. Yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. And I don't know if I want this. Maybe if we add this to the, maybe something like that. Yeah, I can go with that. Then the detail, which we kind of just covered up some of what we just did, but put some. This is just crust drop lava. Just for some additional detail. Let's do something like that, and then we may actually just kind of top it off with some more Colorado just to kind of bring in the color back. Good thing about this is the detail is always going to be there because there's nothing in here to mess with it being not underwater. So then yeah, so something simple just like that, nothing too crazy, but then we'll kind of plant some booze, so let's do that. Okay, I moved you guys to the front of the shallow just so there's a little more light. So I guess we're going to start off with kind of the bigger species. So we'll start with this Catarine. And I think this one just go, honestly, we probably don't even have to glue some of this. It's like this one, there's a crevice back here, so I'll just kind of stick that more so in the back right there. And then got another bigger species of the Catarine. I think this is just like a normal green variety, I believe. I'll try to keep them separate just so yeah, some different. I think I'll put that. Again, you kind of want some, you definitely want to put this stuff in the right place. But at the end of the day, like, it's all going to look pretty good if you just kind of just throw it in wherever it looks good. You don't have to get too crazy where you put it. And some of these I might glue. So this one, oop, I dropped it. So yeah, this one, it's pretty nice. This is almost, actually this is Godzilla, I think, just Ketagang. Pretty traditional Bucephalandra or common, if you want to say. So I'm just spreading a little bit of glue on here if I can. Maybe this one kind of curves, so let's put this one. Kind of hold it there for a second. Should naturally kind of hold itself. That looks pretty good. Just kind of curves over that edge. Yeah, something like that. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's probably not the best viewing. I'm trying to give you guys the best viewing first, but again, I'll show you guys closer when I'm done here. And this one, I think this one will go pretty. Let's kind of break this ribosome up. Maybe put this one down the edge like this. Yeah, I like that. And then got this nice one. Which again, I'll probably just tear this one in half. This one I'll probably glue as well. I just want to basically make a good spot for the brownie ghost for sure. At the end of the day, 'cause I think the brownie ghost will go somewhere on this like bottom edge. And we also don't want anything to hover over each other too. And this may be arrogant blue, maybe. That's what it looks like. It's hard to tell. That's the one thing about Emerge Growth too, is over time you can kind of tell. A lot of their colors will show a little bit better, so it's easier to kind of identify. Sometimes underwater, a lot of the Bucephalangras look exactly the same. I think this one will kind of just throw back here. Yeah, I like that. This one, I'm just kind of throw it down here. This one looks kind of nice right there. Let's see, what else do we have? This one's pretty nice too. And I'll eventually get other types. Like I said, I may swap a lot of this down the road too, but okay. Godzilla's kind of falling off here. Let's do something like that. And then we got a couple big species here that we'll kind of probably rip apart too. I know there's two types. This small species. And these will kind of put down below for sure, so maybe like almost like a carpet. Then you got this one too. Again, I don't know. I'll have to look up what I bought again, but there's two different smaller species that I have here. Honestly, I might just throw this whole thing in there. Screw it. Just kind of cover that over the bottom. So yeah, you can see I honestly went around the edges because I was trying to save that spot. But that's good anyway, because if I get any more high-end species, I'd rather have those in the front. So this is all in its glory. Brownie Ghost 2011. See if which doesn't look like much because under the camera, under bad lighting, but of course this will grow really nice. And I may get a better piece eventually too that will look a little better. But of course this will grow some nice purple and pink hue leaves. But this was a trimming off my mom's work, so of course we have that big colony of 2011 going in there. So yeah, I definitely want this one like right front and center. Stick. See if the leaves will perk up a little more. Kinda want it. No, my fingers are sticky. There we go. Just kind of want it to be like out in the open. Alright, yeah, let's get this on light so you guys can see this better. We'll take a better look at it. Okay, under a little better lighting, you guys will be able to see this a little better. So yeah, I really like it. So yeah, we got that brownie ghost right in the front there. Yeah, and without even realizing, I kind of made this almost like U around the whole, actual rock. But yeah, that'll give us space to kind of put like more higher end species right in the front there. Like Black Angel, for example, Black Venti. There's a couple other really nice ones that would be cool, like that I do have that I can get trimmings off of and kind of, plant in the front there and really have all the, have the stuff that's still cool around the edges, but then really has the showstopper right in front and center. So yeah, I got the other ones that are kind of carpeting the edge right here, and then all the other cool ones. So if you want to know a name, just timestamp me and I'll definitely be able to tell you. I'll just have to look through my list again and see I totally forget what all boots I bought when I did this, so only reason why I wasn't able to name some of them, but yeah, it turned pretty nice. So let's put the lid on here. We'll start putting water in here. So we got the lid right here. So that's what's cool about this whole system, is how it slowly drips. And not only that, it's going to drip right in the middle of the rock, so that rock's really going to absorb. So usually what I do, I just take tank water and put in a cup, because not only that, it's also use RODI, and it's remineralized to, like 120 roughly TDS, so it's like perfect for what these guys want. So really any terrarium, because obviously you don't want like really hard water in any terrarium setting unless the plant wants that. Kind of dripped on the side here, got a little wet. It's fine. But yeah, I filled all the way up. Probably could do a little more, but you'll start seeing how it'll slowly drip. Which that's what I love about this system, is how easy it is just to water it. See if I can't add all this water without spilling. Yeah, the whole thing's pretty dry right now, being brand new, so it needs quite a bit of water. So yeah, you can see it's all dripping now. Literally perfect. Like, it's going right into the middle of that rock, which is what I wanted. So yeah, and then obviously a lot of that, once this rock really starts getting really moist, then there'll be a little bit of water build up at the bottom, which would be perfect for some of the species at the bottom, where the roots kind of stay underwater, but the leaves don't. So dripping. Yeah, I think it's hot. Yeah, I think I really like it how it turned out. And of course, over time, it's just gonna get more insane, because some of those species I have in there are gonna look absolutely insane when they start coloring up. They're just gonna look really amazing. So. But yeah, I'll definitely try to give you guys an update on this. This video is probably super long, and I didn't want it to be, but just want to show you guys kind of a live me kind of semi-scaping it, and just showing how simple this stuff can be, you know. But like I said, sometimes less is better. So you guys saw, like, literally it took no more than like 5 minutes to, because the rocks, I just literally broke up a couple pieces of rocks just to fit in here, and I didn't really think too much about the scape. I just kind of threw everything in and just let everything drop where it wanted to be dropped. So, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, nice little Bucephalandra mountainscape. And yeah, keep up on Instagram. My Instagram is JJ Aquariums. I'll probably be posting updates more on there. But then I'll try to get you guys videos of this over time. If you guys are just YouTube watchers, I'll definitely try to keep you guys updated on this, because I think it's going to look really sick over time when it starts really filling in with a lot of booze. So, and not even that, I may even add a little bit of, maybe little pieces of wood in there too, to like maybe like add height, and like, you know, have some branching out, and maybe have Bucephalandra kind of growing outwards. We'll see. We'll just kind of play with it and just see what happens with this scape. But yeah, other than that, yeah, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.